What's up guys, it's Michael here. In this video, we're going to talk about whether or not you should actually get a credit card in earlier stages of life. So if you do not have a credit card, what it is, a breakdown is a piece of plastic that it can help you make payments way easier than using actual physical money. And at the same time, they either charge a fee or with no fee, and most of the time the fee goes to the merchants instead of going to the consumer. So I've seen a couple articles written by other wealthy entrepreneurs say, oh, they don't use credit cards, they just use cash. And when I look at that, I nearly just, strangled myself, which is, just as a metaphor, as a joke. But it's like, why? Because credit cards, what it is help you to build credit score. If you don't use a credit card, how do you build credit score? So in this video, I'm going to help you break down what you can do today is to get a credit card. And as a disclaimer, I am not your financial expert. This video is for entertainment purposes only. So the first thing you do, so if you're around the age of, let's say around 16 in high school or in 18, the best thing to do is you need a record of income coming in. Or if you don't have a record coming in, then you can maybe, ask your parents, then they can, make a credit card under your name using them as the main holder. And at the same time, do you have some type of, history coming in? If not, if you can't go with that route, then the next thing you have to do is to get a job. So if you get a job, you have income coming in within, let's say, I believe about half a year to a year. And once you have a statement, a history showing what record you have, then you can apply for a credit card. And as for which credit card you can choose, I'm gonna break down certain ones that a lot of people use. For example, Capital One is one of them, basic one. And you have ones from Chase, you have ones from BOA, Bank of America. So you gotta check with them. You gotta look around your sources. Just go online, do some research, see which card will suit your needs. Look for the ones especially with no fees. And what you can do to start building your score is basically spend no more than, let's say, $20 a month. So once you just go buy whatever you want, like a drink, maybe a simple drink from McDonald's, $1, $2, whatever, and just spend like $5, $20 within that 1 month, then pay it off right away. The most importantly in credit card is to pay it off and just keep repeating that process. It's a long-term process and not something that can happen in like days or weeks. Instead of months, it actually will take years. So when you do it over time, your credit score will boost in value over time. So it's best to get started early, which most people do not do, sadly. And the reason why is because it's not taught in schools. Since it's not taught in schools, not a lot of people know about it until they find videos like mine or other YouTubers that talk about this niche and topic. What's most importantly is nowadays, banks are now making a lot easier and making it way more friendly and easier for people who are getting started in the financial world to get a credit card. So the best thing to do is do research, because today modern age it's really easy to do research on which banking system that you want to go with. For example, I personally went with Chase because for me, I decided to give it a try. It suit my needs and for my business, so I went with them. It might not suit yours, but if you find one you like, just go with it. But the most importantly is find ones with no fees. So you don't have to pay a monthly fee, because those credit cards are usually really special and are usually for the higher end stuff, which most people getting started just to get a credit card, don't do it. Never do it. Go for ones with no fees and basically without any other, little backdoor hidden notes. So make sure to read into it before you do it, before you sign in. If you are not qualified to get one, then look up the qualifications you need to apply for a credit card. So as I mentioned earlier, most of the basic things are two things: either getting a job or having a backer that you can sign you up one for one, so you can at least start building your score. So why is it really important to own a credit card instead of using cash all the time? Because first, cash itself, most people are now still taking, but eventually, as you see other countries, cash is now not really being used anymore. For example, in China, now they start using online payments. And also the most important thing is getting loans, because if you don't have a credit score, you cannot get loans. So in the future, eventually, assuming you're following what most people do, you're gonna buy a house, maybe, get a car and move to another place, you are honestly gonna need to take loans. If you don't need to take loans, then you're really well off. Then that's like be the only exception case. But if not, majority of people, you will need to take loans. If you have to take loans, you're gonna need a good credit score because they will check that. And the best way to do it and to get a loan that get approved for whatever rate you want, because you can negotiate with the bank and with other vendors what type of fees you have to take in when taking a loan, because you have interest rates. If you have a good credit score, you can basically argue back and fight with them, say, hey, this other place give me a better deal than you, I'm going to go to them, and if you don't give me a better deal, then I'll find someone else. So basically, you got to give yourself leverage, and the best way to do it is to be start building your credit at an early age. Please like the video, and I'll see you next time on my channel. Peace. And also, subscribe, because I got some interesting videos coming up in the future. Later.